HSP presents The Pulse. And now with your hosts, Dr. Quack and the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to The Pulse. We've got an action-packed action hour here full of promo artists in the back. We're going to be talking about everything, mind games here. And the first one I want to bring on here is John. Hi, John. We can't hear you. You're kind of muted. Well,
where's Mayhem?
Oh, there. Mayhem's off tonight.
Oh, jeez.
And let me bring on the other guests here. We have the mysterious Mysaria.
It's hysteria.
Welcome, Mysaria.
Ignore the pleb. He doesn't get an opinion.
And next, we're getting ready to bring up Toaster Damas.
Boo, MDT. I mean, Prince Blackheart.
And last but not least, we've got our man here, my boss, your boss, and everybody else's boss, Bossel Lady Carter Diamond.
But don't forget to mention one half of the HSP Tag Team Champions and one third of the best faction in HSP, the Shot Callers, baby.
1/3 of the bitches owe me a favor. You're welcome.
That's the first thing I want to get into, actually. You know, before we get into the card here with some of the matches, I'm going to start with you, Toaster. How do you feel about this, about Heathen joining the Shot Callers?
I mean, you went with Heathen, boss. Heathen, out of all the people on the roster, you go with the crazy-ass white boy. I have to ask why.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. It was never a hard decision. When I looked at what's going on in HSP, and I looked at the tag division, I looked at something that most people didn't understand. There was that crazy ass white boy that was out there. At one point, one half of the longest reigning tag team champions that HSP has ever seen in the Highway Hellraisers. But he was kind of lost. You bring him over to the Shot Callers, had a crazy ass white boy as the enforcer of the Shot Callers, because we know A-List ain't gonna get his hands that dirty. So we got that redneck from South Ohio that'll go out there and get it done. You feel me?
Okay. Well, I've got two special guests here, and one of them is one of your friends, Carter Diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy calls himself the real Pure Heart Champion, AEP.
Hi, AEP.
AEP, how are we today?
I like AEP.
I'm doing good.
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 We got one more to bring on here, and this is a friend of John. John, you know this guy really well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Young Gun.
Yeah.
Shirtless in Seattle today. Okay. How we doing, Young Gun?
Hey, John, I got a message that you need to give to your man Villain. When I catch him, it is on sight. I am fucking him up. I want you to relay that message to him. Please make sure that gets to him.
Yeah, I got a couple words for Carter Diamond, the boss.
Well, I guess this is already going.
I don't want to have words for him too.
What words do you have, AEP?
Carter Diamond. How your friend doing, A-Liz?
A-List is doing great. Come on, man. He's the Pure Heart champion, one half of the tag team champions.
Are you sure about that?
Wheeling, dealing, rolling, and strolling. Am I sure about that? Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you love A-list?
Do I love A-list? Yes, that's my brother. Of course I love my brother.
You know he not love you. You know that, right?
He not love me?
He doesn't love you?
Mm-mm. He not respect you.
He not respect me?
If he not respect you, why he not in the pulse?
Because I told him he
He's
doesn't know
selling
to show up.
I've been a pause sometimes, but every time I've been a pause, I never see A-list in the pause.
A-list hasn't been on the pulse, so that
when?
Like am I supposed to count every time you show up?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your
I counted once.
But he showed up. He showed up.
He did. He was here.
I do not see him. Every time I come to pause, I ain't seen him.
He's not tall enough for you to see him.
Every time I come on the post, I don't see you. So what do that mean?
Well, at least I come sometimes.
Okay.
I
hear now.
Well, let's move on a little bit from this. John, I'm curious. What's your thoughts about Heathen joining the shot callers here?
It's not shocking. It's a good investment on the shot callers for bringing them up, on board. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does, because isn't he getting an opportunity? Like, isn't he in a match for an opportunity to go after A-list's title?
No.
So
he has the opportunity to go after the Soulfire title.
That is correct.
Oh, Soulfire.
Mr. Wallace holding that title.
Oh, then yeah, it's definitely easy to, and a great business move by Carter Diamond to bring in Heathen. So I'm not surprised. I actually don't disagree with it. Heathen is really.
Maria, you seem to say you have something to do with this. He owes you a favor.
Let's put it this way. I brought out Heathen's killer instinct, meaning the shot callers owe me a favor for the new Heathen. Either they give it to me or I take it. Whichever they prefer. I don't care.
Look, that's real funny. Well, the clock's ticking. Tick tock, tick tock.
Tick tock.
And this will be you, Carter Diamond. I will start stabbing this every so often and see how many of your limbs fall off. See if you can retain those titles. You're missing more and more limbs. I would go after A-list Alberson, but he's already short and loud. He doesn't need a third struggle.
Okay. Young Gun, you got to be the happiest guy on this to see the Highway Hellraisers no longer being together, right? Aren't you happy now that Heathen's now a shot caller?
I don't care. That shit don't got nothing to do with the Young Gun and his goals. At the end of the day, the Young Gun is here to fuck Villain up and get a shot at A-list. That's it.
So speaking of, you told me to send Villain the message. I sent Villain the message. He sent me a yawning GIF, whatever the heck that is, and said that he knows where to find you. And that's all he said.
All right, that's a bet. I'll see him very soon. Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
I'll pass the message along again.
Okay. Now, last night, I'm going to switch gears here. Last night, we had an interview with the storyteller to determine if he was in his mental well-being, and it was determined that he was sane. I'm curious, anybody want to jump in on this? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that, he is definitely sane enough to compete? Do you think he's over it?
I mean, I guess he's sane enough. How many of us are sane? What the hell is sane?
I was going to say, when was he sane to begin with?
Well, he says he no longer sees the bunnies.
Because I stole them. They're mine
Hysteria
now.
was killing the bunnies.
Oh,
No, I did not kill the bunnies. I have the bunny in my room. You want to see my bunny?
No.
I do not want to see your bunnies.
I don't know. I'm a little
Oh,
curious.
it's okay. Little pansy.
I'm a little worried about that.
That's just a bunny, you pussy. Well, like I'm going to show you a bunny costume or something. That's Tonster's job.
You got the bunny costume, Toster? I didn't know about that.
Hey, it would be very nice. I'm so sorry, Tonster.
Well, since we got both of you in the room, let's talk about this match here. Villain's friend John and Young Gun. You know, this is going to be kind of a rivalry here. I know, Young Gun, you are very upset about what happened to you last show.
Very much so. You see, I was supposed to take out the spooky motherfucker in the top right of my corner here. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be a done deal. But in the middle of my match, in the neighborhood the villain know he ain't supposed to be in, he gonna knock on my front door. You know how disrespectful that is to knock on someone's door in the middle of a promo? And
I agree. Interfere in both of our business.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Now.
So, you knock on my door and proceed to kick my ass in the middle of my match? Nah, that shit is personal. I honestly could give a fuck about the pure heart opportunity. I just want to get my hands around the neck of the villain and choke this motherfucker slap the fuck out.
Ooh. You better watch out.
John, you got a response for that? What do you think Villain's feeling about that?
So talking to him about it, he pretty much will not give he won't give anybody the reason why he did what he did. But all I got out of this after that response was,
I like bunny.
Young Gun, if you want to meet me in a match, then you know where in DC to find me.
Whoa.
That's a bet. They're gonna need Metropolitan to get me out there. Finish with your man.
So at the end of the day, I think the villain has probably bit off more than he can chew. So
somebody finds it funny that you got jumped, Young Gun.
Say that one more time.
Somebody finds it funny. I think that's Mad Dog Dan Moore finds it funny that you got jumped.
Mad Dog been ducking me for like 8 months. I done moved to DC. I was in a car at one point in time. I've been looking for Mad Dog, but Mad Dog 2020 ain't nowhere to be found. They just sell that shit at the corner store down the street, and I still can't find him. Where he at?
I've been wondering for about 8 months myself.
Young Gun, Villain's asking if you are still going to be doing car promos.
My car promo is better.
He said your car promos are pretty much the highlight of your career.
Oh.
Always on the go.
My question is, did Alis Alverson sell him that car?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, he said.
And Villain's typing. He said, "Tell Hysteria to play nice with the bunny."
Okay.
We all know it's you, Princess.
All right. How do you see this match going down? Do you think Young Gun gets his revenge, or do you think Villain's going to spoil his plans?
Oh boy. Let me tell you something. If I had a villain, a hero, a Freddy Krueger come to my door and try to start with me, look what's going on with me and Blackheart. I'm willing to go to the UK just for him looking at me wrong. So vengeance is a strong emotion. Is it an emotion? Anyway, it's strong. So let me tell you, with vengeance and my boy, I'm going Young Gun.
Okay. Carter, how do you see this?
I'm going to look at it like this. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And apparently, my next tag title defense is against some guy that doesn't know if he's a clown or an enforcer and the villain. So I'm placing my money on the shoot. I'm going with Young Gun.
Oh, God, we got somebody else here with an opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, making his return on the screen, Mad Dog Dan Moore.
Young Gun. Ain't nobody ducking you. You're just not worth my time.
Oh, my God, look at the ratings go down.
When was the last time you had a match? What? I've been ducking you? You know where to find me, my boy. Come on now. Let's not play games. You play.
Get the bullshit out of your ears. I said nobody's ducking you. You ain't worth the time.
Where have you been for the last, 10 months? I haven't seen you.
Relaxing.
Relaxing? Is that like retirement from Promo Land?
I wouldn't say retirement. I would say a vacation.
Vacation. That's a long vacation.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Come on, bro.
Hey, Mr. Car Promo, calm down. Calm down, Car
Promo.
Promo.
Better than anything you ever done. What's up?
Calm down, Young Gun. Calm down.
You can't hold me, bro.
So how do you see this, Mad Dog, between Villain and Young Gun? You haven't been here a while, but how do you see that going down?
Well, let's see. I know the Villain more. I respect him more. So, Young Gun, you ain't got a shot.
Championships, baby. Championships.
Jeez Louise. Massaria, how do you feel about this? I'm curious. What's your take?
I want Young Gun to win.
Oh, boy.
There's a reason for that. It's actually quite simple. Young Gun and I had a match. There was no... I don't think the victory counted because I wanted to beat him fair and square. So I want Villain to get gutted. And if Young Gun, if you don't kill him, I will.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Man. Villain got a target on his neck.
Man, I've never seen so many people want to come after Villain in my life. I don't know if I should smile or be mad.
But Villain
got to worry about the tag match.
Yeah. AEP, you got the last word on this. How you feel about this match?
Well, I see young girl hype. Man, he look mad.
He does. He looks very upset about this.
I think he's ready for this. I pick Young Gun.
Okay, a lot of panel
Young
here
Gun.
going with Young Gun.
How could you not?
This is true. I can understand that. Here, let's go into another match here because now I'm curious because we got her in the corner, Miss Mysteria over here, getting ready to take on Old School. That is going to be a tough matchup. I'm really curious on how this goes. Boss, you know both of these. How are you seeing this?
Hold on. How do I know both of these?
Well, you know one of them I know because you just took him on.
I mean, I just took on Old School for the first time ever, and it was in a tag match. I really know little about Mysteria. You know, the last match she had, Villain helped her win.
He didn't help. He beat up Young Gun.
That's
Oh,
easy.
hold on.
Apparently it helped you win.
I got a question here from the audience. Do you think Massaria will have any influence over the match between Villain and Young Gun?
She bet that. She bet that. She got motherfucking business.
Don't worry, Young Gun. You know what they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh, yeah, we
Wow.
all right.
I just said-
You know what I'm saying? We ain't cool.
I
We
just
all
said that
right,
like 5
bro.
minutes ago. Wow.
Hey, we all right. Mind your motherfucking business, though. Stay up there.
I won't interfere unless he runs away, of course. If he runs away, I'm going to eat his ass.
I like that last comment. Young Gun was afraid of a box full of kittens. That's funny.
Yeah, there you go. It's scary as a box full of kittens there.
Can I have the kittens?
Okay, I'm gonna say this then.
Go ahead there, boss. I'm sorry for interrupting.
You know, since people taking shots at the Young Gunner, but they won't face him in a match. You know, so what do that make that person that won't face Young Gunner in a match if they gonna talk shit?
Scary as hell.
I'm looking at the comments. That's actually the Villain talking.
Yes, that's the villain talking. I can see
Yeah,
that.
I have him falling asleep.
Yo, man, that, bro, tell him to pop. I don't, like, this reminds me of motherfuckers talking shit on the internet and not doing nothing about it. You can do this on the comments, bro. Tell your man to come out here, bro. Stop being a bitch, bro. Like, come on, please.
All right, how
I'll
about this?
message him.
After Villain and Young Gun, book Mad Dog and Young Gun. How about that?
Please. And I'm going to tear this motherfucker up, too.
Well, I think that'll be something on the booking committee, but I'm almost certain that could happen. You know,
Hey,
Mad Dog, we
Quack,
haven't seen
Quack.
you since like 2021. That's why I'm like, wow, where have you been? I mean, Brick Johnson's had more matches last year than you did.
Not the brick.
Hey, Quack, Villain's calling real quick. Can you take me off?
Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, I mean, so you're wanting to go next show, Mad Dog, taking on the Young Gun.
Or should I say Cap Gun?
That shit played out, too. Who hasn't used that by now?
Hey, do me a favor. Shut up, put a shirt on, cover up that bird chest.
Nah, this bird chest will still take your ass out. What is you talking about? Better than having a beer cut. Fuck
Yeah,
is
they
you
say
mean?
about shirts. Shirts are prisons for the nipples.
Oh boy. Well, we're getting matches booked here for February. But so who were you taking there, Carter? Were you taking Mysterio or were you taking Old School?
Oh, like it's gonna be like this. You got to look at it like this. Mysterio is very
Weird.
unique. You know, unique. But Old School doesn't rattle easily.
I think it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be an interesting match, but for once in my life, I'm gonna respect the beard. I'm gonna go with Old School.
Smart work.
Toster?
Old School's proven to me how good he is. I mean, you've seen it. The judges see it. He's got something called it. And I've seen that with Old School. Mysterio, I mean, interesting. I got to see you win a couple matches first. I'm going with Old School.
All right. Young Gun?
Let me calm myself down and put on my analyst hat real quick.
Oh,
Old School. Oh, you shut up, motherfucker. Mind your business.
a fucker, bitch.
You
Hey,
bitch.
hey. You two cop. Let him talk.
Anyway, looking at Old School is definitely his namesake. He definitely is a throwback. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of cats like that in the game today. However, Mazaria, Shorty got something special too. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not a big fan of all the effects and all the spooky shit, like that's not my bad personally. It works. It definitely works. So I'm gonna go Mazaria on this one.
Okay. AEP, you know Bizarre.
Yeah. I know Old School. Yeah, he very good. He doing a good job against shot callers. But yeah, I talking. So
How good did he do?
Huh?
How good did he do?
They almost got y'all.
Almost only counting hand grenades and horseshoes.
They almost got y'all. You can't be y'all ain't been a champion forever. But
we're gonna be a champion longer than you.
What do you say? I can't hear you. What do you say?
But we're gonna be a champion longer than you.
You got jokes.
Like a true ass.
Anyway, Dr. Quack.
Sorry, Messiah.
Yes.
Masala. It's something about her. I respect her.
I like your garden.
I go where Masara gonna win.
Does Masaria have a ticket to the Secret Garden?
You might right, Dr. Quack. You don't know.
I don't know. But Young Gun looks like somebody else came backstage. Ladies and gentlemen, the villain.
Young Gun, you have too many boyfriends. Pick one.
Villain, welcome to the show.
You think shit a game.
Who let the drag queen hysteria Damian Cross onto the screen?
I don't know who let the boring piece of shit that was here in a different personality a second ago.
Feeling that.
I'm buying your texting story, my friend.
Now, Villain, why did you jump Young Gun? We never got that explanation.
In all good time.
Why not now? I mean, look, you got everybody here. We're all dying to know.
And why are you here? Shoot. Go back into your closet.
No, that's a very interesting question. Because why did you jump me knowing the type of man that I am? Really? Knowing damn well you would have to answer for jumping me. You sure you want to go down this road, man?
Are we letting the hungry Chippendale dancer talk to me?
The hungry Chippendale dancer? What? No, bro, no, man. This is not the Midwest. That shit don't fly here, bro. What are you talking about?
You know where to meet me. You know where to find me. You want to fight? We got it.
That's a bet. Say no more. Please, say no more. Because I won't fuck you.
Looks like Mad Dog went in hiding on this. Mad Dog?
Yeah.
You all right?
Mad Dog, welcome back.
Thanks, Villain.
Mad Dog, get your opinion on this, and we'll move on here between Massaria and Old School, because you know Old School very well.
I myself is an Ishler guy, so I'm going Old School.
You're going Old School. A lot of people going that route. And honestly, I want to talk. Go ahead, Massaria. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's all good. I like that people are underestimating me.
They are. They're underestimating you, but they are really underestimating AEP against A-List Albertson.
I'm not underestimating you, sweetheart. I also don't know who the hell you are.
Well, you're going to find out.
So here's the thing about here's the thing about Old School. The guy is cunning. The guy is deceiving, and you do not know what he's going to bring.
Yes,
just because he's finally tasted a loss, he's not going to taste it again.
I have a gift for his team. And they're going to win the tag.
There's the American Roughneck. He's going Old School.
Duh.
I think that's kind of a given. But the bigger question here is we took a poll today, and only one person voted for AEP, and a lot of people voted for A-List Albertson. AEP, how does that make you feel? Because you were the only person that voted for yourself.
I know anybody pick A-List because he's the most dominated pull-hard champion all the time, blah, blah, blah. But he not respect each of one of y'all, including Carter Diamond.
Oh,
How the world you attach your champion with A-List and he never respects you, man? Come on now.
Messed up.
I'll go out and say this. I never respected the A-List. I'll go with AEP.
You're going AEP, Mad Dog. All right, there's a vote there. Carter Diamond, you want to place yours there? You want to do it real quick?
Okay, look, this is gonna be real simple. Mad Dog endorsing AEP. It's not an endorsement. Loser endorse loser.
Look who's talking.
You're right. Look who's talking. Look at all the gold. You're right.
All the gold, man. But you got one goal. A-List got 2 goals. It's me, A-List the boss, not you.
Wow. Can we get this? Can we get this guy some glasses? Because I look like I got something on each of my shoulders.
He is a boss of you, man. And he not respect you, man. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go and jump you right now. What A-List? He ain't gonna help you?
He's selling cars. It's more important.
Yeah, he said
I am dirty.
That's all he do.
You counted
He
6 people
said
that's gonna
car.
jump me.
You got
6 people
1,
that's
2,
gonna
3,
jump
4,
me.
5, 6 on here gonna jump you. And where Ellis at? I know where he at.
Here's the problem with your math.
AEP.
Where do you feel
Let me
that
speak for
6 people
AEP
gonna
on
come
this
from?
one, please. I think he's speaking hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Even with 6 people coming at the boss, I don't need help. Queen of mind games.
Wanna be
Or do you remember going one-on-one with the boss? Because you took a motherfucking loss. So don't you ever open your mind when you're talking to a shot caller, kid.
Yeah.
Because every time you done faced a shot caller, you done took a motherfucking L. So why the hell would you even open your mouth on a game like this? A-List just gonna be the next shot caller that's gonna step on your motherfucking head. So go back to your little secret garden, play with your toys, and get the fuck out my way.
Guess what? The boss.
Somebody struck a nerve.
Yes, he did.
You're right.
Oh,
Boss.
Talk about buying games.
Boss came in here to play. Boss is not messing around. I can see that.
You're
But let's
right.
move on. Let's
Boss,
ask.
the man who that assembled these shot callers. My group.
Uh-huh.
I brought the team together.
Scary. Ooh,
All right.
scary. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
hey.
Hey.
Not
All
scared
right.
at all.
AP is not running. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of A-List. I'm not scared of him. He is a dumb man and join the shot callers. Why he gonna do that for?
They needed someone to carry the
Turn
bags.
once. Don't make it even turn on you.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. AEP, you may not be scared of none of us. You might not be scared of none of the shot callers. You might not be scared of nobody on the screen. But you are scared of W's.
What?
Tosser, do you want to jump in? Tosser, you want to give your opinion on this match and how you see it going? I mean, you've took it on A-List before.
Who are talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, the guy behind you.
I don't mention his name.
You don't mention his name?
I haven't mentioned it since I've been here. And it's not because I respect him. It's not because I don't respect him. You'll find out why. Hopefully soon enough. But anyway, listen. AEP, I like you, man. I really do. I like your style. I'm interested in the secret garden, if you know what I'm saying. I like to check out the secret garden with you a little bit. But listen, the guy's on a roll. You're gonna have to run through a brick wall, basically. I gotta go with him, AEP.
Young Gun?
I'm going with A-List, but not for a conventional reason, and not because AEP ain't that dude. I actually like AEP as well. I ain't going to do too much sucking off of AEP. But the reason why I'm going with A-List Alverson, because I feel as though I am the only man in HSP who can actually beat A-List Alverson. There's nobody in this Fed except for maybe 2 dudes who will give A-List Alverson a run for his money. And every time he has came around, it seems like I've always missed my opportunity, or I'm not the one who can go after him. Word the L Bug. But I am the only one in this federation who can beat A-List Alverson.
Sorry,
you were so far from the truth on that one. Because if I remember right, it may not have been here, but there has already been somebody who has beaten A-List Alverson, and he's in the upper corner.
I'm still wondering. I don't know where it is.
So
maybe.
I don't care what I've done in the past. I'm starting to get a little sick of this. Listen, I'm not saying your name. You don't get that respect yet here.
Don't worry, Tonster.
It's going to come sooner than you think.
I'll say it for you, Tonster.
Sooner than you think, bud.
List.
Now, AAP, I respect you. Out of everybody, I respect you. You scratched you scratched and clawed your way to the top. But I'm sorry, you're literally going against the best promo artist here. I'm sorry,
Oh my
man.
God!
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to do what you do.
Here they go.
You ain't gotta apologize. You ain't gotta apologize. I feel you.
Okay.
I know all y'all pick A-list, but
of course, because you're
he
the only
still
person that
not
thinks
respect
it's
y'all. He not respect y'all. He not respect Dr. Quack. He ain't respect me. He ain't respect his comedy. But y'all pick A-list. That's y'all. But it's gonna be the upset. It's gonna be the upset.
I don't believe in you, AEP. It's not that I don't believe that you could do it. I didn't say that. But you got a hill to climb, bud.
Yeah. I'm going to clarify this. No, Quack is not getting him killed. AEP earned the #1 contendership by winning the Fatal 4-Way in Soul Harvest, and that's how he became the #1 contender.
AEP, prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong, baby. Prove us all wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. I know you got one person cheering for you, AEP.
What about you, Carl Diamond? Ooh. You ain't saying nothing.
Look, as the WGP champion, one half of the tag team champions here in HSP, one half of the tag team champions in Revolution. My list goes on, but AEP, I'm going to say it to you like this, man to man.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
I hope you bring everything you got.
I will.
But at the end of the day,
I will.
Everybody does.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to still align for my retired promo artist. I'm sorry about your damn luck.
You know what, Carter? You really the boss. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. The pause. I will come back next week. You better tell Liz that he got the balls to show up next week.
Whoa.
Next week. But if he's not coming to pause next week, he a coward.
One moment, ma'am.
I want to say one thing there because
a freaking coward. But next week I'm coming back.
Oh man.
And I want Liz coming to pause, and I'm gonna see it face to face with AP.
God.
And you sharp cars are gonna tell me run? No. AP is not running.
Once again, we want you to pay attention to things that's coming out of people's mouths.
Come on.
One thing I gave you credit for is that you're not going to run.
I'm not going to run.
You're going to step up and take an ass whooping like a man.
I'm not. Well,
take the ass whooping like a man.
Yeah.
And then you're going to retreat back to your secret garden.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Tony can console you.
Well, at least Tony beats Toys on Storyteller.
Oh, Tony beat Storyteller. That's an awesome feat.
They got to train him. I train him.
Oh. Okay, so Storyteller hasn't beat A-List. So Tony, you training Tony don't mean crap either.
There's a comment there for you. Everyone's saying AEP has no chance to beat A-List are the same people that said AEP could never be the #1 contender.
Actually, that's wrong. Wrong. I called AEP making it to the #1 contendership.
You did. I do remember that. You were one of the few.
So I was gonna say I called where he was getting to. I wasn't gonna say that he was gonna win it. I want him to prove me wrong.
We're gonna find that out. But we're going to move into final thoughts here. I'm going to let Tonster start because we didn't get to his match, and I apologize. But I know that you and NDT, because the winner of that match is going to be moving on to a #1 contendership for that Pure Heart title. By all means, Tonster, you start us off here.
You see, I'm so sick of hearing how good this guy is. And I'm not talking about NDT. I'm so sick of hearing about it. I mean, I can't wait for the day in HSP. Because not only do I want it, I need it. And frankly, HSP, you might not think you need it, but I'm sure they want it. But Blackheart, you're my trial run. I'm not taking you lightly. In fact, I'm taking this match like it is against him. Mind games? I don't play games. I'll see you there, though.
Okay. Miss Aria?
Well, the last time I underestimated someone, they won, and that was Prince Blackheart. That's the same reason I chose A-List Alverson. He's the safe choice. But I want AAP to prove me wrong. And now I want Tomster to prove me wrong.
Well, thank you.
Everyone else heard that too, right?
We all heard that.
Okay, I'm off my meds, just making sure.
Okay. Carter Diamond?
All right. All jokes aside, it's going to be some great matches. You know, I can't wait actually to see Thompson versus Prince Blackheart. You know, two different styles very much, because Thompson's fast-paced, hard-hitting, and Snorlax is very down-to-earth and methodical. You got Mysteria versus Old School, which would be a very clash of styles, because Mysteria is everywhere, and Old School is straight in the line, single purpose. We're going to get to the main event where we have the Pure Heart champion facing off against AEP. I will not say that A-List cannot be beaten. I will say that I do not believe AEP has what it takes to beat the Pure Heart champion. Because I'm going to tell you like this, AEP. I've had one Pure Heart title match. It's also the Pure Heart title match that A-List Alverson became the champion. You couldn't get past the person that you said works for A-List. So how do you think that you will be able to beat the person that you call the boss? Then we got Young Gun versus Villain. Rivalry came up out of nowhere. I can't wait to see it. It should be hard hitting, slap jawing and everything. But then there's this match where a member of the Shot Callers faces off against a member from the Villain in 7 to pick the stipulation for the tag title match. I believe that no matter how this night goes, the Shot Callers win. Mad Dog, it was good to see you back on screen. I can't actually wait until you have a match. But I thank y'all all and have a great day.
Young Gun.
Mind games, mind games, mind games. Mind games, we're doing one thing and one thing only, and that's literally beating the shit out of that pussy in the bottom right corner right there. But it's a bigger play at stake here. You see, me and Villain's match is a qualifier to get a shot at the Pure Heart champion. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tomster versus Blackheart is going to have a shot at the Pure Heart championship. And if my math is correct here, if I do my job correctly and Tomster do his job correctly, that means I will face one of the men that I have never faced in this promo game nowhere before. And Tomster Damas, I want you to know, as my Italian cousin, your ass is mine if and only if you get the job done.
Hi, Tomster.
Villain, go ahead.
If he gets his job done, well, Young Gun, you still have a job you got to do. And we will see each other in DC unless you somehow lose your balls beforehand. Toaster, I have no doubt. Toaster, I have no doubt you're gonna do what you do best, and that is continuing to impress. AP, prove me wrong. That's all I got to say. Hysteria, try to do something worth noting.
I'll do something worth noting that you can't do, and that's called winning.
I have more wins than you, sweetheart. Bossolini.
That's my career.
We'll see you guys very shortly for those tag titles.
Okay. Mad Dog?
I ain't got very much to say because, as you know, I haven't been here in a while. There's a lot of people here that can talk shit better than I can. But until you can lace up a pair of boots and actually get in the ring, you're still better. But for the match before, I said, and for your match, sir, against Blackheart, I hope.
Okay. And take us home here, AEP.
I like that, guys. I like that. Mind Games is my show. Carla Diamond, I ain't gonna talk to you no more, but I got something to say with A-List Addison.
Who?
A-List.
Oh, okay.
I know you are 269 days a champion. It not make you a man. But like I said, next week, I coming back. And I'm going to see you in the Pulse next week. If you not show up, you're a coward.
He going to see you in the Pulse.
He's going to be here, he's saying. You're saying A-List is going to be here next week?
No. He said he's going to see you in the Pulse. I'm going to be on the Pulse, but he'll see you in it.
Oh, okay. Well,
you make sure you coming next week.
We're going to find out if he shows up. I'm Dr. Quack, and we'll see you next time.